beautifully lit. Strong values, lightness and dark. Strong hotness and coldness, temperatures. We need to learn about one more thing before we can make the practical mechanics of painting work easily and surely and every time. The other ingredient is called shape. Value, temperature, shape. The sudden shapes you just saw up here have been digitized, and they don't actually represent perfect light, but they are very similar to the way light works in the human eye. Notice that each of these shapes is completely enclosed. It's a flat VT, value temperature. And look how many conclusions of shapes there are. On the apple is not a flat green thing. It has many values, temperatures, all of which are in shapes. Even the table, which we would think of as a flat white area, has larger, lighter shapes, slightly grayer shapes at lower value, and lower values and grayer shapes. Still, shape, a flat VT entirely enclosed. Repeat, shape, a flat VT entirely enclosed. All subjects you ever want to paint can be broken into values, temperatures, and shapes. That includes the human face. See how the shapes are flat, completely outlined, harsh shapes, middle shapes, darker shapes, darkest shapes. All of these shapes are abstract. They're all completely flat. And they all have slightly different values and slightly different temperatures. Value, temperature, shape. Value and temperature and shape equal light. And now we're ready to paint light. And to paint light, we're going to have to start with shadow. We're putting up our number 5 valued prime, which will read to the eye exactly like shadow. And we're going to look at the still life to find out where the first general shadow should go. We're going to call our first exercise Lesson 1. And the goal here is to subdivide the canvas into light and shadow. To prepare the canvas, I am coating it with a clear medium. In this case, I'm using liquid, a Winsor Newton product, but any medium will work. Linseed oil and turpentine. This allows you to work wet in wet and makes the paint go on a great deal easier. Next, I want to get a very loose line blocking to position the basic shadows, such as I'm leaving a place here where the base will be, and of course its pool of cast shadow. I'm marking out an area where the apple will be, and roughly its cast shadow, and where the light changes in the background. And although there is not a sharp subdivision here, I'm marking off an area which can be shadow. This is a loose line blocking. It should have good composition, but it's not very important. My rule is that if I take more than about 60 seconds, 60 to 90 seconds on the line blocking, that it becomes a drawing. We don't want a drawing. I'm going to now loosely and freely lay in the generic shadow. This is made of black, which is called Shadow Maker, plus blue, which is called Shadow Pusher. And I'm going to thin it a bit with a medium so that it becomes transparent. And I'm going to use very little on it. This is about right. We don't want it to go black. And we're marking in very loose manner the shadow on the side of the vase, the shadow that is cast upon the floor. We're letting it flow right into the shadow that happens on the background. And I'm making short, quick, hatching shapes. This is fun. It should be fun. The brush never stops. The brush is fluttering or moving very, very quickly. On the theory that the eye can read shadow design by allowing where we have the light to stay isolated and separated from the shadow. I'm putting down even a little shadow here which will work the apple. These shadows are connected even though they may not be in the final painting, because this way we're allowed to see design. I'm going to create sort of an abstract shadow coming down the background, so I will have a bit of shadow running across here. This is for design purposes. Remember, the general shadow, which is actually made of form shadow, cast shadow, and closed shadow, is responsible for the design on your canvas. Look how quickly the sense of what we're painting came into being.